$799. That is how much these 31 Eventide plugins will cost together in the intro pricing of the Eventide Anthology XII bundle. Can you actually do a full mix with these plugins? At first I assumed that the bundle would be around $1,800 because that was the retail price of the Anthology version 11, and I had the mindset to talk about how that is a lot of money to spend at once on a bundle of one plugin manufacturer. But Anthology version 12 has an introduction price of $799 for the 31 plugins, which comes down to $25–26 for each plugin. That's not bad at all. So if you do the math, you quickly come to the conclusion that the Anthology bundle is a great deal for the money. And on top of that, there are massive discounts on upgrade pricing that existing Eventide users can see once they log into their eventide.com accounts. Installing the bundle was a breeze. I don't think it's interesting to go over all 31 plugins, it would cater for a long and boring video. I've put the link to a playlist of every Eventide plugin I reviewed in the description. Check it out after you have watched this video and have subscribed. So what I've done to test these plugins is this. I took one of my YouTube demonstration and background music tracks, removed any plugin which was on there, and I took up the challenge to mix the tracks with just plugins of the Anthology bundle to find out if you can actually do a full mix with these plugins. This is the dry track, and I balanced these raw tracks to get an honest comparison. And this is how the track sounds after I remixed it by using only plugins of the Anthology XII bundle. The difference is, well, huge. There are of course some level changes, because this all now sounds better balanced, but you can easily hear the change in depth, thickness and overall polish. So that challenge I set myself wasn't really a challenge at all. I found it was really easy to work with the plugins of the Anthology XII bundle to level up the mix quite a bit. So what is happening track by track? Let me show you so you can see which plugins I used on this mix. I chose plugins to work on this track, so I haven't used all 31 plugins. In total I used 29 instances. On the kick I wanted a tighter sound. First I reduced some of the tonal parts with SplitEQ. Omnipressor evens out the sound. And I used Ultra Channel for its gate to remove bleed. The snare needed to be thicker. Again I used Omnipressor to compress the snare. And the EQ45 is used to add low end and bring back some of the lost high end due to the compressing. Ultra Channel is used again for its gate and some extra mid-range boost. The Ultra Reverb adds a nice 3D reverb around the snare. On the bass guitar I used two instances of Omnipressor. One is set to upward compressing, and the other to downward compressing. Cross station adds a bit of overdrive. And the EQ45 boosts the presence. I wanted some stereo spread, and micro pitch does a great job of that. The guitars were pretty straightforward. Both have compression and a spring reverb. I did use different settings for both. On this piano there's only a reverb, the Tony Visconti T-Verb. This one does a nice trick which mimics the setup used on the vocals of David Bowie on the song Heroes. 3 mics with a gate who open at different volumes. Each of these mics is at a different distance, so you get different levels of reverb based on dynamics. On keys I needed some stereo movement, so I used the Tricera chorus. This EQ reduces the mids. With hand claps I had a lot of fun. The H949 Harmonizer really adds a lot of doubling on the hand claps with the pitch shift and the delays. It goes from pretty small hand claps to a pretty big audience. The SP2016 reverb adds depth. On the masterbus I added a little bit of high end and compensated with the output gain for the before and after comparison. I'm truly impressed how easy it is to go from raw recordings to a polished, professional mix with the plugins of the Anthology XII bundle. It really has everything you need and then some more. Now, if you want every plugin of one company is another question. All reviews I did of Eventide plugins which are in the Anthology XII bundle as well can be found in the playlist which is displayed on screen and linked in the description below.